Hello there and welcome to your Wellness Wednesday. You're here with Chelsea Marie from chelseamariecoaching.com, and today I am going to explain to you one very simple thing that is causing you to feel extremely tired, but also causing your body to age a lot faster. This one thing that I'm going to talk about is, honestly, I have found that over the years, anyone who has any type of digestive issue, inflammatory issue in their body, any type of health condition, by just focusing on this one simple thing specifically, everything else in your body literally just magically balances out, which is why I love talking about this one topic. So this one very simple thing that you can focus on is working on balancing your blood sugar level. So here's what happens in a nutshell. So when we have high levels of blood sugar in our body over a prolonged period of time. So as an example, if you are waking up in the morning and you're having a coffee or you're having a latte and you're grabbing a muffin or even a bagel, and then that's your breakfast for the day, or even let's just say you're having a bowl of cereal and some fruit. At that point, there's not you don't have all your macronutrients. So at this point, you start to increase your blood sugar level in your body. And then it quickly, your blood sugar level dips because it doesn't have enough to really sustain itself in those meals. And then once it dips, you find yourself craving even more sugar, because sugar ultimately is your body's fight or flight source of fuel. Sugar essentially is going to quickly break down, and it's going to give you that really quick boost. So when your blood sugar level is crashing, you look for something else to pick you up, whether it's a starchy food, whether it's a cookie, whether it's chocolate, whether it's more caffeine, whether it's chips, anything kind of starchy or carby is going to give you that quick boost. So what happens is it's over a prolonged period of time. When we have high blood sugar levels, these glucose molecules start to latch on to proteins in your body. So as an example, hemoglobin is the protein in your red blood cell. This one protein alone actually carries oxygen all throughout your body. So what happens is when glucose now binds to the hemoglobin can no longer carry that oxygen molecule. So you are now depleting your body of oxygen. What happens when you can't breathe? All of a sudden, you're going to faint, you're going to pass out. So think of your body functioning on the half the amount of oxygen throughout the entire day. You start to feel so faint, you feel so depleted, you can't think properly, you start to feel so tired all the time. So that's just one of the reasons why having a high blood sugar level affects your body's energy. Another thing that it also does is, having high glucose levels, if it's not latching on to the hemoglobin in your red blood cells, it's going to latch on to the proteins that work around your nervous system. When this happens, you start to feel anxiety, you get, all anxious and stuff. And what happens is your nervous system now can't properly transport and communicate with the rest of your body. So that's just, like I said, one way that having a high blood sugar level actually affects your energy. So if you want to get your energy back, all you have to do is focus on how you can eat to balance your blood sugar level. Another thing it does is it drastically ages your body. So if you are spending, think about how much money a month you're spending on anti-aging creams, on products, just, treatments to reverse aging, all that kind of stuff. By simply focusing on your diet, you can do that sustainably. Plus, you're going to feel like $1,000,000. So what happens is having a high insulin levels, which is from high levels of glucose in your body, over a prolonged period of time, even something as simple as 6 weeks. So if you find that, you have a new job or you are permanently busy on the go all the time, and you have a diet that either you're snacking all day long, this alone causes high insulin levels, or if you know that you have a lot of sugar, caffeine, or carbohydrates, even this for a short 6 weeks, what happens is this starts to block your body's 3 main anti-aging hormones. So it starts to block melatonin. So at this point, melatonin not only gets you asleep, it keeps you asleep, it sustains your sleep cycles, but it also reduces inflammation. So if you are now blocking your melatonin and you're not getting your beauty sleep, you're going to have a whole bunch of other issues as well. Another thing it does with high insulin levels is it actually blocks your body's DHEA. This is your main hormone that tells your body if you need estrogen or progesterone. So, your body is a chemical factory. If your hormones are off, your whole body chemistry is going to be off. And this all starts with your insulin levels. One other thing it blocks is your human growth hormone. Now, your human growth hormone is known as like the anti-aging hormone. This is what's going to keep you really prematurely young for as long as you possibly want. But you have to make sure that you're giving your body the nutrients it needs and also the environment it needs to function optimally. So these are just two ways that having a high blood sugar level is going to affect your energy, and it's also going to cause your body premature aging. So here's what you can do. Like I said, you're going to want to focus on balancing your blood sugar level. And that's where I come in. Now, for those of you who don't know, I partnered with a company called Metabolic Balance. This is a company out of Germany created by Dr. Funfack and his team of clinical nutritionists. So what this allows me to do is this actually gives you the privilege when you work with me to going to your local blood clinic. You get your blood work done, I get your results, I then submit them to the company in Germany. And then once we have all your blood levels, you get a meal plan that is 100% tailored to your body chemistry. Now, when I say 100%, I'm not just talking about your food likes, your dislikes, and that kind of stuff. I mean like your body chemistry. So just to give you a really quick little breakdown, these are like, I know you can't really see these, but just to kind of give you a really brief breakdown, these are 40 different blood levels that we check to see where your body is at. So as an example, we check your red blood cells, your white blood cells. So your white blood cells, they detect parasites, if your body can eliminate germs properly, if there's an infection going on. Your red blood cells, obviously we want to know where your iron is at, even by seeing like your MCH. I know you don't know what that is, but essentially it measures your hemoglobin in your red blood cells. And like the size of that essentially tells us if you are low in B12, if you're low in folate. We also get to see your sodium, your potassium, your urea, your creatine. Once again, I know you don't need to know what these do, but this tells the doctors, we now know how, where your liver is at, where your kidney is at, how your body is optimally functioning, if it's blocked, if something is going on. We also get to see your calcium levels, your uric acid, alkaline phosphate, gamma GT, ALT, AST. So this simply tells us once again how your kidneys are functioning, if there's a blocked bile duct, if there's a problem with the bile flow in your body. This also tells us where your liver enzymes are at. So if your body is actually effectively breaking down fats, if you're not, if you're not breaking down your fats properly, if you're not breaking down your fat soluble vitamins, this is going to be a huge issue for your body. This means it's going to affect your hormones, it's going to affect your immunity, it's going to affect your hair, skin, your nails, your entire body. Once again, okay, there's also your CK. You don't need to, that kind of attacks enzymes and inflammation. We also check your cholesterol. Now, I know for women, especially when you're at a younger age, we think cholesterol is really just about heart attack or, strokes or like heart disease, but it's actually so much more than that. Knowing where your cholesterol is at is so crucial because, for one, your body uses cholesterol to actually create steroid hormones like your estrogen and your progesterone. It also creates your vitamin D. It also helps to create your bile salts so your body can break down your fats. It actually does so much more than you can even imagine. My favorite two that we check is your TSH, which is your thyroid. So we know if you're hypo or you're hyper. And then also your C-reactive protein. This tells us how much inflammation you have going on in your body. So when you get a meal plan, when you work with me, not only do you get a meal plan 100% tailored to your body chemistry, so it's very unique to you because your body is so unique from everyone else. You don't want the same foods and the same portions and the same layout as your husband, who maybe is, a couple feet taller, who weighs maybe 50 pounds more, or your girlfriend who has a totally different frame. You want something that really is catered to you and your uniqueness. And then on top of that, you get all the support that you need. You get a one-on-one coach, you get a professional who is going to help you integrate these changes into your life, who's going to educate you what these foods are doing for your body, how it's affecting you, how to understand your symptoms in the future. So, you find that this is actually something permanent for you in your life. So as I mentioned, when you do work with me, you get this meal plan, but you also get all the support that you need to make the transition. One thing I also love to point out is when we make transitions, stress pops up, whether it's coming from our relationship, whether it's coming from our job, life happens all the time. And that's one thing I love about what I do is I'm not just giving you a meal plan and telling you here's how you're going to eat. I'm actually there with you every step of the way so you can really understand what your triggers are and what actually causes you to create the habits that you don't want for yourself. So in a nutshell, that is simply how you can start today on balancing your blood sugar level so you can get more energy, finally lose the weight, reduce the inflammation, and get back to feeling like you again. So if this is something that you were interested in, I just recommend you connect with me. I do free consultations, so you're not gonna, there's nothing that you're gonna lose. We get to sit down for about a half an hour face to face. I usually do this over Zoom, so you can be anywhere in Canada. So that is a bonus right there. You don't have to be in the same town as me. And then we can just talk about your health goals, what's, getting in the way, kind of create more clarity around that. And then I can further explain to you how I can support you with getting your energy back, dropping the weight, and just feeling good again. So I hope you guys are all going to have an amazing day today. I'll be back here next Wednesday. And in the meantime, have an awesome week. And then, you can also kind of just to kind of consciously start creating awareness towards your diet and maybe essentially what is throwing off your blood sugar level. Maybe just, take a look at the foods that you're eating and kind of start there. And then, like I said, if you want to go further, connect with me, take advantage of that free session. I do have a promo that's going on only until the end of June. This is my 8-week bikini ready nutrition plan. So if you want to take advantage of this, like I said, it's going to be on promo only until the end of June. So I'm going to hop on over now to my private Heartcore Living group. I'm going to do a weekly reading and then I'll connect with you guys further there. Have a great day. Bye.